quick question. If I told you that this van shares a lot of the same DNA as the Citroen Dispatch, Peugeot Expert and Vauxhall Vivaro, would you still pick this Fiat? Today I'm reviewing our 26 model year Fiat Scudo. This is the L1 standard wheelbase and priced at £31,015 as spec'd. Let's see what it's like for real work, real roads and real day-to-day van life. The Fiat Scudo sits in that mid-size van bracket, big enough for proper payload and length load, still compact enough for city work and tight sites. And the big win is the choice, either a diesel or an e-Scudo electric. And you can pick between L1 and L2 lengths. This one is the diesel L1 variant, which is the spec most fleet operators will still go for. If you do a lot of urban work, height really does matter. Fiat quotes an overall height of around 1.904 metres for the L1 and 1.935 metres for the L2. So it's the kind of van that you can still take into multi-storey car parks and is a lot less stressful than you might think. So the Scudo gets 16-inch steel wheels as standard, but the Primo model gets these 17-inch steel wheels with full hubcap as standard. Then you can upgrade if you wish to 17-inch alloy wheels as an option, which is where a lot of owner-operators, sole traders generally tend to go. If you want a van that still looks good when you turn up at a customer's site, then Fiat styling really does work. It doesn't look like a budget box on wheels. It's more of a classy tool. So inside, the Scudo is clearly built to be worked in. You get this 10-inch infotainment touchscreen, which has the Uconnect system, a 10-inch digital display cluster, air conditioning, and a bench seat with storage underneath, which is great. It's even actually lined here so stuff doesn't go rolling around, rather than on a lot of vans where it's just one massive pass through under there. There's also a couple of really nice little bits you get in here as well to make it a proper mobile office, like this pull down armrest here, which then swivels around and then becomes a little table for us, so we can angle that so we could then sit here and do some work without having to balance it on our knee. And the safety and driver assistance systems, we're not going to drag that out for you, but it's fully loaded with all the usual safety kit that you'd expect in terms of the automatic braking, lane assist, etc. And we even get things like cruise control and a speed limiter on here as well. I really love this digital rearview mirror because we have the bulkhead here. We can't actually see through here. So this is a really nice welcome addition, and it's super crystal clear. And the reversing camera on here with the blind spot monitoring as well is really great. And one of the features you can actually do on here is you can press this little button on the top here, and then we can even go through and we can get a view of not only what's behind us, but what's coming up on our inside. So we make sure we don't wipe out any cyclists or clip any bollards as we're turning left, which is quite a nice little addition there. The steering wheel itself is very durable, nice durable finishing here, liking the cloth seats. This one's the manual, so gear shifter is just here, and we do have a manual handbrake as well. Quite a clean minimalist cab. Lots of nice storage. We've got cup holders up here, big storage section in the front here, 2 level of storage in the door pockets as well, and nice durable flooring as well, so that you can get in with your mucky boots straight off the site. And there's even a couple of USB-C charging ports up front as well, so you can keep all your devices charged while you're on the go. Now, the important bit. Fiat quotes a load volume of up to 5.8 metres cubed on the L1, and on the L2 you get 6.6 metres cubed with a load through bulkhead option, and the load length is the headline, up to 3.674 metres on this L1, with the load through going up to 4.024 on the L2 with it open. So if you ever carry longer items like boards, pipes, or that awkward bit of kit, that feature can actually be a bit of a game changer. You've also got practical touches like these twin rear opening doors and sliding doors on both sides, and there's fixed lashing points all the way through the vehicle, and even a 12-volt charging socket here on the side. So the payload and towing is where the Scudo really does actually earn its keep. Depending upon the engine and specification, the payload can go from 1,384 kilos on the diesel panel van range, and towing up to 2,000 kilos on the 1.5 and 2.5 ton on the 2.2 diesel variants. So whether you're moving stock, tools or towing a trailer, it's a really capable van. I also love the fact that we do have colour-coded bumpers on this model, and we have parking sensors, which does make manoeuvring very easy. And hidden under here, we even have a little reversing camera as well, so we can see right up to the bumper. Great for parking in tight spots, and also if you've got a tow hitch on the back, reversing it up and hitching up your trailer. I know this isn't one of the biggest vans out there on the market, but in terms of the noise, the engine is very quiet. We've got the 1.5 litre diesel engine in this, and it is very quiet. It's also exceptionally smooth. The clutch is beautiful, and the gearbox is silky smooth. The steering and turning circle on this van is great, especially in the urban and built up areas. Everything in this cockpit is designed with the drive it really and truly in mind. We've got so much storage space, which I really do like and is super handy, especially for when you're on the go and you've got lots and lots of bits. The way that the cockpit is laid out is great. Everything's kind of within easy reach. Even all the storage pockets you can kind of reach as you're out and about without being too distracted. I love the fact that we've kind of gone old school with this in terms of the heating controls. Everything's on buttons. It doesn't actually have climate control on this spec. This is just twisty knobs to adjust your temperature, fan speed and air flow and direction. The integrated sat nav in this is actually very good as well, very clear, and what I like is that you can choose what is displayed on your screen whilst you're driving, and that you've got a few different options just by the press of a button here. I've got a full screen map, or I've got old school with my rev counter, speedometer and engine temperature, or I've got map, speed and trip computer and other variations of that as well. And that's great because then you've got your turn-by-turn navigation all on the screen in front of you. In terms of the ride and comfort, again, it is very much like being in an MPV. We're currently unladen at the moment, which is normally when vans drive the worst, but the suspension in this is great. It rides the bumps nicely. We don't feel like we're bouncing up the road. And then when we did try it with a 400 kilo payload, again, no real difference there at all. Engine performance for the 1.5 litre engine is perfect for most operators, couriers, delivery companies, etc. We see a lot of large fleets with these, with the 1.5 litre diesel engine, and we don't seem to get any complaints from them. They think that it's super economical and is just perfect for what they need. You might want to go up to the 2.2 litre if you are maximising the payload capacity or looking at towing. So when you are on a longer journey and you might be out on the dual carriageways or motorways, we do have cruise control, which just takes the stress out of driving there. But I have to say, I don't drive manual vehicles very often, but this is super easy. And the seating is actually very comfortable as well. I could quite happily sit in here for a prolonged period of time. I even have a captain's seat with a little armrest there for when we are out on the open road. That'd probably be better in the auto version because it's just in that slightly awkward position for when you're wanting to keep changing gear. I keep whacking my elbow on it, but it's probably because I'm not used to it. I actually can't get over how smooth and how good this little engine is. I'll put my boot down here. That gear change is so smooth. The clutch has just got the right biting point. It's really chomping up this hill. No struggles at all. I am really impressed with this. Like the look of this van? Head to rivervale.co.uk to check out the latest business contract hire and lease deals available on this and many other makes and models. Browse offers, filter by budget and see what's in stock for quick delivery. You can tweak your mileage, add optional extras, view the full spec and price it up in seconds. rivervale.co.uk If you go for the diesel option, you can choose between either the 1.5 litre 120 PS 6-speed manual or a 2.2 litre 6-speed manual or 8-speed automatic, delivering 150 PS. And on certain trims, there's even a 180 PS 2.2 litre diesel with an auto transmission. So yes, multiple choices depending upon your use case. There's even an e-Scudo, which Fiat lists as a 49 kilowatt hour and 75 kilowatt hour battery option. The WLTP range that's shown is 139 miles for the 49 kilowatt, which on a 100 kilowatt DC rapid charger would get you from 5 to 80% in around 38 minutes, and 219 miles for the 75 kilowatt hour, charging from 5 to 80% in about 45 minutes. So if your work is mostly city routes, the electric option can make lots of sense. The obvious cross-shop rivals do include the Dispatch, Expert and Vivaro, because they sit not only within the same family, but they're the same van size and offer the same space and are very closely related in terms of their technology. Here's the Fiat angle. Fiat Professional is set up for people who just want a van that works. The range is straightforward, the option packs are practical, and the Scudo feels like it's been spec'd by people who actually do use vans. So if you're buying with your head, then this is really easy to justify. The Fiat Scudo is the van to choose if you want diesel or electric choices, L1 or L2 practicality, strong load length, especially with the load-through bulkhead, and sensible non-complicated tech that helps every day. This is seriously a solid shout, and if you're leasing a Fiat over the other cousins, then I get it. It's a proper tool, but it still feels like a nice place to spend your working week. And of course, weekends too. If you want pricing or help choosing the right Scudo spec for your business, then drop us a comment below and we'll point you in the right direction. Or you can find out more and see all the specification and options at rivervale.co.uk. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, hit the subscribe button so you can see our upcoming van and car reviews. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one.